Have you ever wondered how a shopkeeper earns his livelihood? The shopkeeper sells goods to earn for his daily needs. And where does he bring these goods from? He purchases them from big shopkeepers or from the companies that make them. The price at which an item is purchased is called the cost price of that item. We write cost price in simple form as CP. Then, the shopkeeper sells the items he purchases. The price at which an item is sold is called the selling price of that item. We write selling price in simple form as SP. Does the shopkeeper sell the item at the same price that he buys? No. Generally, any shopkeeper tries to sell an item at a price higher than the price purchased. That is, he tries to keep the selling price higher than the cost price. If the selling price is higher than the cost price, then the shopkeeper gets his cost price along with some extra money, which we call as profit. Therefore, we can say that profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. Is the selling price always greater than the cost price in every situation? Think for a while. Absolutely correct. This is not possible in every situation. For example, a shopkeeper purchased some mirrors from a company, but while transportation, glass of some mirrors get damaged. Then, in this situation, it becomes compulsory for him to sell the mirrors at a price lower than the cost price. In such a situation, he has to suffer a loss. We can say that if the selling price is lower than the cost price, then it is called a loss, which is equal to the cost price minus selling price. Let us suppose Amar purchased a photo frame for 50 rupees and sold it to his friend for 55. Leena also purchased a similar photo frame for 40 rupees and sold it to another person for 45. So tell me who gets more profit. Profit of Amar is equal to selling price minus cost price, which is equal to 55 minus 50, which is 5 rupees. Similarly, for Leena, selling price minus cost price is equal to 45 minus 40, which is again 5 rupees. Can we say that both get equal profit? Think for a while. No, we cannot say this, because even though there is a profit of rupees 5, Amar has earned a profit of 5 on cost price of 50, whereas Leena has earned a profit of rupees 5 on cost price of 40. Since cost prices are not equal in both cases, we cannot say that both get equal profit. Then how are we going to find out who has got more profit? One way to do this is to express the profit as a percentage. We know that to represent any fraction in percentage, we multiply it by 100. Therefore, profit percentage is equal to profit by cost price into 100. So profit percentage of Amar is equal to 5 by 50 into 100, which is equal to 10. That means Amar has made 10% profit on the cost price. And the profit percentage of Leena is equal to 5 by 40 into 100, which is equal to 12.5. That means Leena has made 12.5% profit on the cost price. Now tell me who earned greater profit. Think for a while. You got it correct. Since 12.5% is greater than 10%, Leena made more profit. Similarly, we can also represent loss as percentage. Suppose if Amar had sold the 50 rupee photo frame for 42 rupees, then he faces a loss of rupees 8. That means, in this situation, Amar has faced a loss of rupees 8 on cost price of 50 rupees. To represent any fraction in percentage, we multiply it by 100. Therefore, loss percentage for Amar is equal to loss by cost price into 100. Remember that profit or loss is always obtained on cost price. So loss percentage for Amar is equal to 8 by 50 into 100, which is equal to 16. So he gets a 16% loss on his cost price. Similarly, if Leena has sold 40 rupee photo frame for rupees 32, then she faces a loss of rupees 8. So loss percentage of Lena is equal to 8 by 40 into 100, which is equal to 20. So Lena has faced a loss of 20% on the cost price. Now here, 20% is greater than 16%. So Lena has faced more loss as compared to Amar. Thus, by expressing profit or loss in percentage, we can easily understand them and we can compare them correctly. Before ending this video, let's understand one more concept related to percentage. Increase or decrease of quantity can also be expressed in percentage. Let us suppose the price of petrol has increased from 60 rupees to 62 rupees. In such a situation, we can find the percentage increase as follows. Percentage increase is equal to increase by original price into 100. Here, 62 minus 60 is equal to 2 and original price is 60. Therefore, percentage increase is equal to 2 by 60 into 100, which is equal to 3 and 1/3. Similarly, suppose price of petrol has decreased from 60 to 55. Then here, the original price will be 60 and decrease is 60 minus 55, which is 5. So percentage decrease is 5 by 60 into 100, which is 8 1/3. Remember that increase or decrease as percentage is always obtained on the original price. Today, we have learnt profit and loss. Example 1. A person purchased a television for 12,800 rupees and sold it at a loss of 12%. Find out what the selling price of the television would have been. Cost price of the television is equal to 12,800 rupees. Loss percent is 12. This means on every 100 rupees of cost price, there is a loss of 12 rupees. We can say that on every 1 rupee of cost price, there is a loss of rupees 12 by 100. Therefore, the total loss on 12,800 is equal to 12,800 into 12 by 100, which is equal to 1,536. Selling price of the television is equal to cost price minus loss, or SP is equal to CP minus loss, which is equal to 12,800 minus 1,536, which is equal to 11,264. Thus, the selling price of television is rupees 11,264. Example 2. The cost price of one cycle is 2,340. What would be the percentage profit or loss for selling it at rupees 1,600? Cost price of the cycle is equal to 2,340. Selling price is 1,600 rupees. Here, cost price is greater than the selling price. That means this has resulted in a loss. Loss is equal to cost price minus selling price, which is equal to 2,340 minus 1,600, which is equal to 740 rupees. Loss percentage is equal to loss by cost price into 100, which is equal to 740 by 2,340 into 100, which is equal to 31.62. Therefore, if the cost price of the cycle is 2,340, then selling it at 1,600 incurs a loss of 31.62%. Example 3. The selling price of a chair was rupees 600. If the shopkeeper sold it for 20% profit, then based on the given information, find the cost price of the chair. Selling price of the chair is equal to 600 rupees. Here, selling price tells us that the shopkeeper sold the chair for rupees 600. Selling this at this price gave him a profit of 20%. We have to find the cost price, that is, cost at which the shopkeeper purchased the chair. In the previous video, we have learnt that profit percent is equal to profit by cost price into 100. That means 20 is equal to profit by cost price into 100. That is, 20 by 100 is equal to profit by cost price. Profit is equal to 20 by 100 into cost price. We can also write this as Profit is equal to 20% into cost price. What do you understand from this? Think for a while. Absolutely correct. 20% of the cost price is profit. Let us suppose you have been given P percentage profit. Then it means P% part of the cost price is profit. Similarly, if you have been given L percentage loss, then it means L% part of the cost price is loss. You already know that profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. So, we can say that selling price minus cost price is equal to 20 by 100 into cost price, which is equal to 1 by 5 into cost price. We can rearrange this and write it as selling price is equal to 1 by 5 into cost price plus cost price. Now, using the distributive property of multiplication, if we write cost price outside the bracket, then inside the bracket we get 1 by 5 plus 1. Since 1 by 5 plus 1 is equal to 1 by 5 plus 5 by 5 is equal to 6 by 5. So selling price is equal to 6 by 5 into cost price. Multiplying both sides by the reciprocal of 6 by 5, that is 5 by 6, we get selling price into 5 by 6 is equal to cost price. That is, cost price is equal to 5 by 6 into selling price. Therefore, cost price is equal to 5 by 6 into 600, which is equal to 5 into 100, which is 500 rupees. Thus, the cost price of the chair is rupees 500. Today, we have seen some examples on profit and loss. Misconception 1. A person purchased a table for rupees 550 and sold it at a loss of 10%. What is the selling price of the table? Here, cost price is rupees 550 and loss is 10%. That means loss is equal to rupees 10 by 100 into 550, which is equal to 55 rupees. Students often think that selling price is always greater than cost price. In order to get selling price, they add loss to cost price. This is a misconception which leads to the incorrect answer of rupees 605. The correct understanding is that selling price can be lower than the cost price. In the given example, loss is given. That means selling price is less than cost price. So by subtracting loss from cost price, we obtain the selling price. Therefore, selling price is equal to 550 minus 55, which is equal to rupees 495. So the correct answer is option 2. Misconception 2. A shopkeeper sold a book for rupees 80 on which he made a profit of rupees 30. Find out the profit percent for the shopkeeper. Some students try to find the profit or loss percent on selling price. That means they find the profit percent in the following way. Profit percent is equal to 30 by 80 into 100, which is equal to 37.5. But profit percent or loss percent is never calculated on selling price. Therefore, option 2 is incorrect. The correct understanding is that profit percent or loss percent is always calculated on cost price. Therefore, profit percent is equal to profit by cost price into 100. We know the selling price, but we don't know the cost price. So let's find out the cost price. Since profit is equal to selling price minus cost price is equal to selling price minus profit, which is equal to 80 rupees minus 30 rupees, which is equal to rupees 50. Therefore, profit percent is equal to 30 by 50 into 100, which is equal to 60. This means the profit is 60% and your correct answer is option 1. Today, we have seen some misconceptions related to profit and loss.